again, and I looked up like do-it-yourself making books. So I bought all types of PVC glue. Them things stink too. Like my whole house would smell like it was bad. Like once you open it up, it just, you can't do nothing about it. It just stinks. But I bought those type of glues, and then I had built like, it's called a jig. So I built the jig, so y'all can YouTube a jig, like just YouTube a book jig, and you'll see I built that like with like 5 pieces of wood. I put that together. That didn't really work. It didn't really work out. So I found another machine. I was ready to give up, like, damn, this is not gonna work. I was like, all right, let me find out. Let me figure this out. So I looked on YouTube again, and I found another machine, and that machine actually worked. So I just was like, all right, I ordered that machine, and I just started from there. And just been going from there. And I was just printing the books out. At first, I bought some printers. That didn't really work because it was taking up too much time. And I was like, man, it took me like almost an hour or 2 just to print out one book. So I'm like, that's taking too long. So I went to Office Depot, and it was cheaper for them to print it out for me versus me just doing it myself. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. Done some last season as well, but we weren't able to do, and it was only for the simplicity because people were in Australia and other parts of the world when I interviewed them.
Wow.
But it was doing weird hours, and so it served its purpose. But to do it interactive on a consistent, regular basis, I guess I'll really get good at this.
Well, I mean, it didn't take you that long. It's recording.
Yay. Hey, Durrell.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So this is the craziness that is going on today. But it's a good thing because I'm actually going to be doing a lot of these, and I've done some last season as well, but we weren't able to do, and it was only for the simplicity because people were in Australia and other parts of the world when I interviewed them.
Wow.
But it was doing weird hours, and so it served its purpose. But to do it interactive on a consistent, regular basis, I guess I'll really get good at this.
Well, I mean, it didn't take you that long. Let's say that, to get the recording. So
I know, right?
Figured it out. That was kind of quick.
The thing is, working on multiple systems at the same time. So here's the thing: I have 3 laptops. And of course, I grabbed the laptop that does not have the HDMI cord. You live and you learn. Otherwise, it'd be, I don't know how it would play. Anyway, but this will go live on WBGR Health and Wellness channel. As everyone can see, you'll see the promotion scrolling behind me during the show. But today, we are here to talk about you, young man.
Yes, we are.
So I'm excited. One of our mutual friends or associates introduced me to you and told me to actually go check you out.
Yes.
Shout out to Tony for that.
My man, Tony Roberts, man. That's my guy, man. I like Tony,
Indeed.
Man. Good guy.
Absolutely fabulous guy. Another author. He does a lot of great things with the kids and everything else.
Yes.
So I went to go check you out. Huh?
I said he has a few books.
Yeah, he definitely do. But today, this is what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Your book.
Yeah, right.
So this image, can you see it?
Yes, I can. That's Rap Goals. That is my book.
Yes. That is your book.
Yes,
absolutely.
My baby. That is my baby.
Who designed this cover?
I did that off of Fiverr.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So for all you people out there, for all you authors and stuff out there, I paid less than $100 for that cover.
Oh, see?
So yeah. So matter of fact, it probably was a little bit over $100 because I wanted him to add some stuff in there. But it would have been less than $100 if I would have said it all at one time. But he was like, all right, so she asked me to do like a second job technically again. He wanted to charge me a little, like $10 more, but it's still overall less than like $100.
It is a great tool, and so many people are like, okay, Naja, how do we do this, or how do we do that, or how do you get into business, or how do you get into acting, how do you get into writing? Writing is one of those things that I personally found has a lot of moving parts that you don't even realize until you actually start writing.
Yes.
So you are self-published, correct?
Yes, I am self-published. I was actually making my books in-house.
Wait. Literally putting the books together in your house.
This is one of my books I actually put together, like, all me. I wish I was in there to show you, but yeah, you can see, like, I put this all together. I had the glue. It was hot. Like, it was a lot of different ways me trying to figure out how to make the book. But I made it. As you can see, look, it's like perfect.
Wow, it looks so neat. I wouldn't imagine doing it at home would actually turn out to. How do you do that? Like, what do you need? Go to the Michaels and buy some extra paper, type it up, and print it on your printer? How does that even work?
All right, so, well, at first it started out because I was using Accompanying online to self-publish, but I have 394 pages. So they charge you by the page. So that was pretty expensive. So I wasn't really seeing like a return when I put it like on Amazon or something like that. I was actually owing money when I put it on there. I had to bump up my price, and I was like, I don't want to make the book $30. So what I did was I was like, I got to figure out a different way. So I went on YouTube. I started finding like different machines and stuff like that. I started like finding like different print press machines. So I found one machine. That thing was like 100 and something pounds. I ordered it. I got it here, and it didn't work because I had too many pages.
Oh, wow.
So I was sitting there like, oh man, I bought this thing and it don't work. So I was like, okay. So I had to return that. Then I returned that, and then I went on YouTube again, and I looked up like do-it-yourself making books. So I bought all types of PVC glue. Them things stink too. Like my whole house would smell like it was bad. Like once you open it up, you can't do nothing about it. It just stinks. But I bought those type of glues, and then I had built like, it's called the jig. So I built the jig, so y'all can YouTube a jig, like just YouTube a book jig, and you'll see I built that like with like 5 pieces of wood. I put that together. That didn't really work. It didn't really work out. So I found another machine. I was ready to give up, like, damn, this is not gonna work. I was like, all right, let me find out. Let me figure this out. So I looked on YouTube again, and I found another machine, and that machine actually worked. So I just was like, all right, I ordered that machine, and I just started from there, and just been going from there. And I was just printing the books out. At first, I bought some printers. That didn't really work because it was taking up too much time. And I was like, man, it took me like almost an hour or two just to print out one book. So I'm like, that's taking too long. So I went to Office Depot, and it was cheaper for them to print it out for me versus me just doing it myself. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So I went to Office Depot. So I was just getting it printed out there, and I was getting it cut there. I was getting it cut there with the covers. As a matter of fact, I got the cover. I still got a couple covers like in the box on the other side, like with just different things that I had. But so I did that. I would go there like every day. They see me every day. I was in Office Depot every day. And after that, I just was putting them together. So I would have events or something like that. I would go out, and I would have books hot and ready off the press, literally. Like, literally. Listen, guys, these are hot. If you touch the spine of the book, you can feel the heat off of there. So yeah, I was really just doing it like that. Then after that, I found somebody who prints them. So
what about the cost in doing it that way? Because I know a lot of people are like, I'm going to save money. But actually going to Office Depot and having them print and cut and everything, was it worth it, or is it better to find a little company to do it for you, save you time, save you aggravation?
For the company that I was using, because I had so many pages, it worked out. Like I was paying like maybe like $1 or $2 less. Like, okay. But matter of fact, a little bit more than that, because you got to count in for shipping. So they charge you more for shipping. So I didn't have to pay for shipping anymore. So, okay. So I was saving more just doing it that way. But then after that, I found somebody who does it way cheaper and does a way better job.
So, okay, why did you even go on this long journey anyway? And where did RAP goals come from? Like, what does that title symbolize?
All right, so RAP, it's an acronym that I made up. The R, it stands for responsibility. The A, it stands for accountability. And the P stands for progression. So those are my 3 keys to life. So no matter what you're going through in life, when you hold yourself responsible and you hold yourself accountable, you'll progress from there. So you can put yourself in any situation. It could be from, we could say, like, as far as with school or something with the kids. So you failed the test. How are you going to hold yourself responsible now? You're going to say, well, okay, now I'm going to go home and really look at my notes because I wasn't really looking at it before. And I'm going to hold myself accountable by saying, all right, I'm not going out today. I'm going to really study. And then progression will be your grade on the next test or whatever from there. So it just can go either way. It can go in relationships. Well, like, it
can be applied to anything.
Yeah, so like you cheat on your girl or something, you can say, well, how can I hold myself responsible? All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hold myself responsible by not doing anymore, hold myself accountable by not going to the places that will probably lead to that, and progression will be a happy relationship, right?
Yeah.
If she don't leave you. But
Yeah, right.
But you gotta accept that though. That's part of the the progression. Like you might have to accept that. Like she might just leave. You never know.
And then so you use different lines from famous rap songs?
From famous rap songs. So that all those artists that's on the front, I use a line from each one of those guys, like a song or a lyric somewhere that they had in there, and I just relate it back to our everyday life. So I'm a person that learns through learn like just through music, just listening to music. I learned so much. So I just figured it would be easy. It's easier for me to explain things that way through music.
So let's see.
Another way.
Some of these artists that you actually have in this on this title page. Let's see who some of these artists are. You have Big Sean. Who else is on here? A whole bunch of people.
Wale, 2 Chainz, Tupac, LL Cool J,
Big Kurt,
Big Crit, Rakim, 50 Cent, J-Rock, Jay-Z, Nas, Rick Ross,
LL Cool J,
T.I., Ab Soul.
Is that Benny Siegel?
Yep, Benny Siegel.
Okay.
It's a couple.
DMX, T.I.
Yeah, it's I got like 42 rappers on there. Total.
Wow. Okay, so you have 42 rappers. So the book is what, a day per year?
Yes, each day. So you can follow it day by day, but it's a different quote each day. So I never use the same quote twice.
So how did you get into this writing game and this particularly day by day type of book?
Well, it started because I just wanted to be the change I wanted to see, because at the time, it was like 4 years ago, it was just so many people just getting killed by the cops. And it was just, people were just numb to it, right? So we were numb to it, and I got tired of just going around just explaining like, me, I'll see you or something, right? And we'll just have a conversation like, this needs to change, that needs to change. I would do that on the daily or, just in talking when these things happen. And I was like, well, what can I do to be the change that I want to see? Like, because, everybody has something special inside them, but you just got to figure out what that is. So I was just like, well, what can I do? So I gathered all the men that's in my phone, like all the Black men that's in my phone, like all my friends. I told them to invite their friends. And I started I sent them a text message. So they all got mad at me because I sent them a text message. They was like, yo, it's like 2016. They got apps for this. I was like, all right, cool. All right, calm down. So I set up an app. It's on GroupMe. It's called Each One Teach One. So the purpose of it is for each and every one of us just to come together as just a group to just express ourselves and just hold each other accountable. And it's just a clear space for us to just ask questions like, how do you write a book?
Exactly.
And somebody in there can answer that question without, charging them $1,000 or something like that. And that wouldn't hurt their day or anything like that. And that helped that person's family. And then in turn, that might help your family somewhere down the line or vice versa. And, and I said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a rap quote for 365 days. and I'm going to write an assignment each day that each and every one of us are going to go through, but we just got to hold each other accountable and hold me accountable to writing this. So I wrote it for 365, and when I got to 365, I said, well, I can turn this into a book. And I literally just, that's how the ball started. Like, that was it. Like, I didn't set out the plan and say, well, you know what, I'm going to write a book. This is what I want to do. This wasn't even in my plans. I just was just frustrated, honestly. And I was just like, you know what, I just got to get it out.
So it started as a challenge to yourself and to other men, like, hey, let's hold each other accountable. I'm going to do this. Hold me accountable. Was it easy at first? Or I know a lot of times when people start new things, getting into that routine is a difficult part. But once you do something for 30, 60, 90 days, it becomes a habit. Did it get easier and easier for you?
Yeah, 30 days is a habit. 90 days is a lifestyle, so they say.
Okay.
Right? No, it wasn't easy. It was hard. Because at the time, I'm like, well, I was 28. I was like, I just recently got single. I'm like, I'm a single man. Like, it might be a weekend where I might not write to you guys. I might just be outside. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it happened.
Entertaining the ladies.
Yeah, it might happen. And then I got 2 kids, too, as well. So I'm taking care of them. So I'm like, look, I might be tired one day. And I might not want to write. So it was hard. Like, some days I didn't want to write. And it was days where I didn't write. But it would eat at me. Like, you should write. Like, you really should write today. Like, if somebody I give it to example, like if somebody like who goes to the gym regularly and then you stop going to the gym, your mind will tell you'll start beating yourself up. Like, oh, man, I could have really went to the gym today. Like, I really ain't do too much for me not to go.
And it's crazy because it will start eating you up. And a lot of times people go, oh, I wasn't perfect, so I got to start all over. No, you just got to jump back on, because the longer you stay off this saddle, the easier it gets to just keep staying off. And then really you lose that momentum, and then you got to restart the roll. But if you take a day off, it'll eat you up. As long as you jump back on, you can keep that flow going.
Yep, and that's exactly what it was. It's just like you said, keeping that momentum going. It's easier to keep the momentum going when you're pushing the rock than starting to push the rock again.
Exactly.
Like as long as you're pushing it, it gets easier versus you trying to start back up again and push that rock. And that's what a lot of people get mixed up with. But it took me actually a year and a half to finish writing it. So it wasn't like a full year. So it was I missed 6 months. Somewhere in between there, like 6 months got.
Yeah, a day here, a day there, a sick day, a kid day, a work day.
Somebody might have passed away. Like, it's life that happens, right? Exactly. Like, so it was just things like that. So I'm like, all right, well, once but it was just, I was so consistent that nobody even said anything. Like, when I would say that, they'd be like, but Rel, you're consistent. Like, you're probably one of the most consistent people that I know. So you're fine. I'm like, nah, I don't really feel it. I didn't feel that way. But, people were telling me.
Well, that's because, you heard of the 80-20 rule?
What's the 80? I heard of the 80-20 rule, but okay.
Meaning, like, 20% of the people do 80% of the work. You're a high achiever. You're a high achiever. And a lot of times as high achievers, you beat yourself up as to what you should be doing or could be doing and not doing. That's just how you do. And that's why, high achievers become successful, because they have this expectation of themselves. And so I'm going to take a moment right there to actually take time out and say, you guys, if you're just joining us, we are on Get It Got It Good. I am talking to the author, Durrell Howell. And here he is holding his book, Rap Goals, which is a daily book that takes a famous quote from an artist that you may know and write what would you call it, Durrell?
I was that picture right there that I had on with that shirt, that Nipsey Hussle quote, that's exactly what it is. So I would take that quote just exactly right there. Never vocalize my visions. Actions was my spokesperson. So I take that and I bring that to our everyday life. Like, how can we utilize that in our everyday life? Because I feel as though what we watch, what we take in, everything that we do, it results back to our everyday life, whether it's conscious or subconsciously, right? So I just relate everything back to my life, whether it be good or bad. I say, well, how can this really benefit me in my life? So for that lyric right there, for example, that lyric was talking about basically shut up and do the work. Like, let your actions,
suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah, like,
suck it up, buttercup.
Ain't nobody got like just be quiet and do the work. Like, don't nobody care like what you saying. It's all about your actions. So what are your actions saying? Because that's what the results are. Your actions, not what you saying. Because anybody can talk and speak, but what are your actions? What are you doing? And that's what kind of, and I break it down just like that, and I give an assignment that day, basically saying like, what are you doing to show and prove that your actions are, this is what it is. Right.
So, and I noticed you wear a lot of shirts that have words on it, lyrics. Yes. So they say anything's possible.
They say anything is possible. You got to dream like there's no obstacles. That's J. Cole.
Now, do you have a few of those shirts with different lyrics on it, different taglines?
Yes. So I got a few of these shirts. These one, the first one that I had that you have in the picture, that's when I first started, and I was using Teespring. And Teespring, they were it was funny with Teespring because they'll take your shirt down and you won't even know. So I had to stop using Teespring because I can't sell a shirt and then it might not be there tomorrow.
Oh, really? And I'm gonna show people that shirt again. So is this shirt that he's referring to? So you'll do the shirt and they'll take it down. You'll be selling a shirt and people will go try to buy it and it's not there. Yeah,
because they'll say copyright. But if you have the person quoted in their name on it, it's not, not.
Yeah, you still repping that person.
Yeah, I'm still yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's mine. So, but Teespring, because of whatever type of regulations they got, they'll keep it up there for a second and they'll take it down. So now I found someone who hand paints them, which I actually like better anyway. The hand painted version, because it just looks better and it kind of just speaks. It's more of a conversation piece, and it also you just feel better with it on. Like, all right, you know what, this means something versus just a regular T-shirt. And then, like I said, this is a day in the book. This is actually day one in my book. This J. Cole verse right here. So you got to just dream like it's no obstacles. Basically, having faith without sight.
So those shirts are for sale.
Yes.
So how would somebody purchase these shirts? Because I'm all about, getting the word out there, making sure you make your money. I'm supporting you here. So definitely shout out how they can buy your shirts, buy your book, things like that.
Okay, well, you can go to www.rapgoals.com. That's it. And you can find everything on there for my shirts. I got videos as well. I do videos on Instagram and YouTube on a daily because that was my other goal. So at first I wrote something down for 365, right? And then after that, I said, well, I got to do a video because everybody was telling me, well, bro, you have to do videos in order to get people engaged and do this and do this.
Yeah, because people will stop for a video really quick, more so.
Yeah, versus their words. And I was like, I don't really want to do a video because that's just not what I really wanted to do. I'm like, all right. So I got to if you go on my Instagram, if somebody just scroll all the way up on my Instagram, you'll see that actually before my videos, I wrote the whole book out pretty much on Instagram every day. I just went like that. But people were just telling me you'll get more traction when you do videos. So I would just write. So by the time I got to day 50, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a video. Then I'm like, no, I'm not. Then I got to day 100. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do a video yet. And I got to day 150. I was like, I'm not gonna do a video.
No, you still procrastinate.
I was procrastinating. I just couldn't feel it. So by the time I got to 365, I was like, man, all right, I finished it up. I set my goal, was to write something. Now I gotta have a new goal. So the new goal was to do a video. I had to hold myself accountable to that. And yeah, now I do videos. Now I'm on day 276. Yeah, get with me.
So let's see if I can get this up here for you. I don't know if I can get it up here for you. I am going to try to show your here we go. Can you see it? So you got, this is Rell's Rap Goals page, and I don't know how slow it is, but you'll see videos like this.
Second.
Like this one. I don't know if I play.
Yeah, I'm about to say that second video. That was my latest video. That was day 275. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm on day 276.
This one?
Yep.
So you'll be able to see this video, and I don't know if I can really play on here yet, because I've actually never tried this.
It's playing. I can see it.
Yeah, but you can't. But you can't
No, that's
hear,
why they
right?
can go there. You can go right there.
Yes, go there. So definitely, you guys, you see what it looks like. Let's go back to the main thing. So you see what it looks like. So you'll know you'll have it when you get this. You see the book as the profile pic.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you'll see
Yeah, you'll see me. It's nothing but pictures of me and then, yeah, that's one of my hoodies right there. So that's a hoodie I came up with. Realize the energy you give is what you manifested. So understand we as positive as can be. So that's day 27 in my book.
Big show.
And if they go on my website, right, and they put their email address in, I'll send you the first 30 days of the book for free. So,
all right.
So you can see exactly what the book is, and then I'm pretty sure you'll buy it after that.
So now, okay, let's see if I can go back. Okay, there we go. I was like, okay, so how do we get out of this? There we go. So you guys, if you
okay, there we go.
Don't know, I am talking to Durrell Howell, and we are talking about his book Rap Goals. You are watching Get It Got It Good on WBGR Health and Wellness Channel, which comes on every Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. And of course, this is pre-recorded because of the lovely situation we are having across the world right now, which is not lovely at all. Yes. So, we're taking precautions. We're doing everything in our power to protect everyone. So you guys definitely reshare this. But I definitely want to shout out Nail Fetish. Nail Fetish, I went in yesterday. Great salon. Ladies, I know we're all about getting our nails done. We're all about, looking cute. But this is well worth the money because going to this salon, as you see, I just got them done again. I don't like sitting still. And I don't have to, but once a month. And I still didn't have to go in. But the fact is, these nails last a lifetime. I love it, love it, love it. So definitely shout out Nail Fetish Boutique and Salon on Bel Air Road. You'll see the ad scrolling on my IG pages as well. You just seen Rel's IG page, Rap Goals. Get It Got It Good can be found at Get It Got It Good G3 on all platforms, Facebook, IG, YouTube. And definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel so that way you can see all episodes from last season, this season. And you guys, listen to my show 6 p.m. weeknights on Total Entertainment Radio as well. So definitely you can find us any and everywhere. So back to you, Ro. Are you going to write another book?
I don't know. I don't know. Everybody asked me that question. I was pretty much, this wasn't planned, so I'm just going by what's happening in front of me. So I believe in the universe and that it gives you all the answers and stuff that you need. So I just been bumping into people, somebody like Tony, for example, sending me you and just connecting. That's exactly how it's been working since I started.
So you just ride the roller coaster.
I'm just riding the roller coaster and riding the wave, and we're gonna see eventually. I started a part 2, but then I don't know. I just stopped at 21 days. I just stopped because
it just didn't feel right.
No, because I wanted to get this out and really get this out there going and stuff like that. And I know that I'm a person that I have to focus. I learned that I have to focus on one thing in order for me to just grow. Because I can do a lot of things and I'll just be moving like this, from side to side, but just doing different things and I won't be growing. So I figured I learned that once I focused on one thing, I just started just growing. I just started focusing on a book. I just started growing. And then it was crazy at first, but then I understand it now. You got to just stay focused. It's locked in.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people say, okay, Naja, I'm just me. I'm starting from point A. I want to go to point B. How do you do that? How do you get started? I started normal, not with a silver spoon, not with contacts, not with these connections that help propel me forward. You started the same way, right? And a lot of people I talk to, they run businesses, they do entrepreneurship stuff, and they still work. So how is the lifestyle for you promoting a book and doing what? You're still working.
That video that you see me doing that was in Towson Mall. I do videos every day at Towson Mall on my lunch break. I wrote the book on my lunch break every day. So yeah, like it's, I just wanted to do it. Like I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of my hour lunch break. That's exactly what I do. So I just find time in between just different things to do what I want to do. So yeah, I work, but everything, and with all that, I still find time to say, oh, I'm gonna do a video today,
Indeed.
or before that, I was writing. So I'm gonna write this quote today to all my friends.
And you still find time for your family, for your kids.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years, or how do you balance work, kids, books, and future goals?
Well, right now, I just see myself. I know that this is what I see myself, but I don't know if it's going to go that way because things just happen. Like I said, for example, like this book, it happened. So it wasn't like it was planned, but I see myself just traveling, like just the country, the world, really, just talking about rap goals and just putting it out there. That's really what I see myself doing. And having it as a curriculum also, and doing a lot of
in
workshops.
Various schools, in workshops and speaking engagements and things like that.
Yeah, I found that a lot of kids, like I want to say like 15 and up, really gravitate toward it. And they get it. And they're interested in actually reading it versus you giving them something like a Shakespeare or something like that.
Most definitely. Because it's something they can relate to. Is culture, is the music, is know, oh yeah, that's my song. Let me see how it's broken down and some wisdom behind it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or even if they don't even know the artist, they'll go back and it's easier for you to research that and see the times. Like it's not too far away. So whereas though you like, I can't even see people living like that, or
they can't relate to it at all. Other stuff, but they always say kids can't research, kids ain't interested. Yeah, but you give them this, you'll see them Googling and looking up and all kinds of stuff. Light bulbs go on.
Exactly, and that's all you want. You want to click that from that negative to that positive, and you want them to do their own research. That's what success is, for you to be the best you possible. So that's what I want them to continue to be. So once they start researching and doing those things, it's like they're going to want to make themselves better because they're going to see that, like, all right, they're going to be like, hold up, wait a minute, like, what am I doing? This is that thing that gets them to, like, kids, sometimes they do dumb things, but this is the thing that stops, like, that have you think before you do something dumb. Like, all right, hold up, let me think about
wait, I remember this verse, I remember this line.
Yeah, and then you like this, hold up, that give you the, let me stop and think. Like, you still might do it, but you'll understand, like, all right, I do know the consequences that come.
Like, okay, I make that choice. So definitely, I appreciate your time. We are actually out of time. Like I said, you guys can watch Get It Got It Good every Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. on WBGR Health and Wellness Channel. You can also listen to Get It Got It Good on Total Entertainment Radio weeknight 6 p.m. Follow on all social media platforms at Get It Got It Good G3. And follow me, Naja Wilhite or Naja Carter or Naja Wilhite Carter. It doesn't matter. But make sure you spell Naja correctly and I'll pop up. It is NYSIA, and that's on Facebook, IG, Twitter, everywhere. So you guys, definitely thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Nothing but love for you. Rel, thank you for doing this and being so flexible with everything that's going on with the coronavirus. You guys stay safe, wash your hands. I know I'm a touchy-feely person, so this is hurting me. Like, I told you I wanted to come in. I
was like, I'd rather just come in, and this is cool.
But you will be in the studios later on this summertime in June. Or so about around there, whenever all of this stuff clear up. So I am very looking forward to that. No worries.
Okay, because I'm like, man, I wanted to go in, and I'm like, I don't know, man. They talking all this crazy stuff right now, so let's
so definitely self-quarantine. I mean, unless you really have to go out, limit crowds. They even say limit the amount of crowds in your house. My house is crowded regardless because I just have 50 million people that live with me, 50 million dependents. It is what it is.
It happens.
Definitely stay safe. It's all about just staying healthy, you guys. If we were doing this stuff as a society anyway, it wouldn't be so traumatic. If you were already washing your hands, which you should have learned when you were a child, if you were already, focusing on that total body wellness, that gut health, that, making sure you had all your vitamins and minerals, you guys stay healthy, get strong, drink orange juice, take vitamins. Whatever it is that you do, water, flush your stuff out.
Yeah,
right.
Drink water.
So definitely stay safe, bro. I will be in contact with you because I definitely have other projects you may be interested in. And for everybody out there and gotta get land, nothing but love for you. Talk to you later.
Bye.